All right, I'm all right. What you guys got?
Well, how competitive is it? When you get a situation like you may or may not have scored a touchdown there during this scrimmage part, how competitive does it get? How much do you want to beat the defense?
Oh, I think everyone, that's the way it is, right? Offense, defense, you want to win. I love the energy that we had down at the end on the goal line. You know, what you're looking for is that energy all the time, though. You know, and you got to manufacture sometimes. And sometimes it happens because of explosive plays and big plays and momentum. But, you know, if it isn't happening right away, you don't have that energy, you got to somehow, you know, you got to manufacture it. And so, you know, that's what we talked about was the energy, and I thought everything was positive from the guys. I was excited about that. We got a bunch of good guys on our team, and they're all wanting to get better, and every day they're bringing it.
You're a few weeks in. I mean, how do you sense people are grasping you and your terminology?
Yeah, everything I ask of the guys, they've come through with. I mean, they're a great group of guys, and the coaches are selling out to it. Just love kind of the way we all come together, and it's a process, you know. And you want to focus on results, you know, and that's important. We got to have production, but right now we're just trying to get our install together. You know, we've had about 5 installs. You know, we've had 9 practices, but about 5 installs, and so next week there's more to come. There's the tempo stuff that we'll build on. There's the red zone, goal line, short yardage. We haven't even put anything like that in yet, so we'll get to that. And, you know, what we want to have is the guys understanding at the end of the spring, you know, the pieces that we have in place with our system, and then we'll figure out how to get the right guys in the right spots over the summer and into fall, over the season.
I know it's early, but given the importance of offensive line play to offensive functionality, now that the pads are on, what do you see from that unit?
I thought today we ran the ball better. We had our main group out there in the first part of the scrimmage. I thought we ran the ball better today than we had in kind of the mini scrimmage we had a week ago. And, you know, we got to make some plays to make sure we're not in 3rd and longs. And since 3rd and long is tough for anyone. And so I thought they did a pretty good job, and I thought they made progress and took a step in the right direction today.
I know Stevie Scott was held out today, but what have you seen from him this spring?
Yeah, you know, yeah, he's fun to watch. And, you know, he's a combination of power and speed. And I think, from what I understand, he's gotten faster than he was a year ago. And that's exciting to me because I've watched the film from last year, and he was very productive there, made a lot of plays. So he's just been really consistent, and, you know, bringing kind of becoming more of a student of the game here, I think, as he matures as a player. I think you see that, and so I'm excited what he brings to the table.
What has Miles Marshall done to maybe assert himself as a guy you think you trust in the receiving corps?
He was one of the guys that stood out to me the first 2 practices. And so, you know, you watch the one-on-ones, you watch you know, some of the routes he caught in 7-on-7, you're like, wow, he's got some range, he's long, you know, goes up and gets it. He really played fearless, you know, the first couple practices. What he's got to get used to is that, hey, we're keep throwing more stuff on you and grasping the concepts, grasping the verbiage in the system, and then understanding what he's seeing in front of him. There's a lot of things that are happening right now, so he's not playing quite as fast, but the potential he has is exciting, you know, and I think the last couple practices he's used every day as a teaching moment and getting better, no doubt about it.
Indiana fans are familiar with Peyton Ramsey, and, you know, but what have you seen from not just him, from your eyes, but guys they've seen less of, such as Jack Tuttle and Mike Penix? What have you seen from all those?
Okay, I think Peyton is so well respected amongst the team. You know, the offense, when he talks, they listen. I think what he says is always got some substance to it. You know, he just knows what to say at the right time. And no one's perfect, okay? But he does a lot of things really well. There's a thought process, and I don't think he thinks too much to where it slows down his play. So I think he's got a good balance of that, and I think he's just had a really consistent and solid. He's picked up everything that we've thrown at him. You know, I think Jack has done a great job. You know, he hasn't seen some of the defensive looks that Peyton's seen, and so he's trying to learn the offense plus understand how it matches up against the defense. And you know, he doesn't always get the first stringers, and so, you know, the opportunities are a little bit more far between, you know, and so. And I think Mike's done a great job of staying in it, even though his reps are considerably limited. You know, he gets very few. But I know his head. I always look at him like when we're scrimmaging and watch him, and I can hear him. I know he's on the headphones listening, and so I'm trying to use teaching moments to him as well, even though he's not on the field, so he knows what I'm thinking. Peyton's going through those situations, I'm talking to Mike to let him know what I'm thinking in that situation. And so, there's learning moments for him as well.
Ideally, core philosophies. What do you want this offense to be when it's all installed and by the fall? What are you looking for?
Yeah, we want to be multiple. We want to be able to play to our personnel. Right now, we're installing concepts, and then there needs to be a point where we know who our people are, what they are really good at, and we can get the right guys in those right spots to run the concepts that we've installed. Right now we're running a concept, and I would like to have this guy playing that spot. And we have ways of systematically getting in there. Right now, we're not focused on that. We're just running the play, letting the quarterback go through the read, and guys execute. We have guys that we're holding out, so it really throws things out of whack if you try to, get your people in the right spots, and all of a sudden he's sitting out, and now you're on to the next guy. So, but we want to be diverse, multiple, want to be balanced. Balance doesn't mean we have to, at the end of the game, 50-50. It just means that we need to have the ability to run the ball when people are forcing us to do that, and pass the ball when, they're loading the box. And so, have some of the diversity.
One of your coaches said it's not, my way or the highway, one of your position coaches. Just how important is that, that communication and bouncing things off them as well in terms of...
They're saying that about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it to be, it's me that it all ultimately falls on. Everything that we do, and I get that, but I want it to be our offense. When everyone's invested in it, players and coaches, and has ownership in it, it becomes so much more. Because the X's and O's, everyone has the good X's and O's. It's how much you buy into it, and it's we got some really good coaches on this staff, and I want to use all their knowledge as well, to help make us better. They've seen a lot of different things, done a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different, there's different ways that you can win, and I want to use all the information they have to make us the best we can be.
How do you divide up the install? You mentioned that between 5 through 9 practices. Is it something where you wait for people to learn a concept and then install a new one, or is it regimented during a couple practices? Or?
You map it out, and then you map out the install that you would like, and then you adjust from there. If we're slow on learning something and not ready to take the next step, you push it back a little bit. But what really has happened is, because of the scheduling and how the weeks work, 1, 3, 5, 7 were big installs, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 were kind of the days that were better, and the install days are always a little bit rougher, and the follow-up days are usually cleaner and better execution.
Are there any players that are just kind of in particular stood out to you in practice?
We talked about, I think the older guys kind of know, Nick Westbrook, he's out there, he's made a lot of plays, and, you find ways of using D. Hale's body. He's big size, and, last practice, he made some nice plays in the red zone, and so I think every guy's done a little something different place. It was nice seeing Freifogel out there this week in practice. He's kind of getting going with it now. I think everyone's done just a really solid job. And again, I knew, based on the staff giving me the information and us watching film, I kind of knew what to expect. It's probably the young guys that surprise you. And I think some of the young offensive linemen are doing a good job getting their feet wet here, and guys like Miles and younger players. Those are the ones that I think you don't really know about, and when they surprise you, it's pretty cool.
Who won the scrimmage?
They would have won the scrimmage. That's all right, though. That's